This is part 7 of modeling my guitar drawing. And make sure I've got my screencast keys on. And I'm getting close to the end of the actual modeling part. One thing I will mention is that when I bend the headstock area here, of course the strings that I created last time will have to be readjusted. Okay, as I bend this down, I'll have to reattach the strings properly, but that's okay. But what I think I want to do right now in this video is work on the emblem that was in that spot right here. So I'm going to come up to another layer, and I'm just going to bring in a plane, scale this guy down, and go into edit mode, vertex, and collapse all those vertices, whatever, into a single point, which I'm just going to put over here. And I'm just going to model just this one piece, and then I'm going to copy it a bunch of times. All right, so E and G. In fact, I'm actually only going to model this side of it, half of it, so I can get it a little bit more symmetrical. It's quite small, and it will be seen from a distance, so it doesn't have to be you know, too precise or anything. We'll just try to get it to look, you know, nice enough, and to be there in the image, in the render. So I'm just going to come around here. I can probably go to about there, and then I'm going to take this and Shift D. Let's get this back. Rotate Z 180. Let me try that. See what happens. Nope. Rotate X 180. Just want to get it. That's, you know what, good enough. Rotate in the Z. I'm just going to get it into this position here. Yeah, you're probably saying, what the heck is he doing? Why can't he do this? And I couldn't really tell you exactly. Kind of botched it up, actually. So let me get back to some kind of semblance of reality. Actually, what am I doing exactly? I don't care if it's the exact same shape or size. I'm just trying to decide what I have, what I've done here, and what I can do. I kind of like that, actually, right there. So if I was to drop it down there and delete that vertex, and let me see what happens if I delete that one and just create a face here. No, maybe not that. Yeah, instead, maybe I'll box select and merge those. You know, again, this is going to be so small, that's going to be good enough. Now, just out of curiosity, what happens if I do that? Shift D, rotate Z 180. All right, at least that goes up like that. And I can bring them like that. Happy enough with that. Maybe create a... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do either. Maybe I can create a face there. Create a face there. Yeah, the strange way of doing things, right? And then Shift D. Rotate Z 90. Okay, and then yeah, odd way of doing things, isn't it? Let's select the whole thing and make a face there, so that let me see what happens if I delete all these. I don't care if I have to rebuild aspects of this. I'm going to get rid of all this, actually. kind of what I want. No, not yet. Yeah, that's fine actually. No. Okay, good enough. Oh, I know what I'll do. I don't know why I'm doing it. What I'm doing here exactly. You know what? I don't really care. I don't mind if it looks like that. I don't mind at all, I don't think. Let's put a face on it there. There. Okay, that's what I want. Great. All right. Strange way of doing things, but okay. Extrude this just a little bit, and we'll have that kind of thing. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like there. I'll come back down to here. Let's bring this down to the guitar level. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'm going to come into this and inset it just a little bit, like that, and then can I bring that up right now? No, I think I'll just extrude it and bring it up a bit, like that. And actually, I'm going to come back to that that individual layer to work on this. Okay, so this is what I'm going to have so far. I'll come back in, and in edge mode, I will see if I can just grab these two edges and bevel them like that. And I'll put one segment in between, like that. Okay, and at this point, I can get rid of this bottom face. Okay, and now we can go back and look at this some sort of right there. Okay, so like I say, when you look at it from out here, you're not going to see the silliness that I just did. I will have to look at centering this, mind you, and decide if that's good enough. I'm going to bring it down here for a second and see how it compares. Yeah. Let's look at in wireframe. See how close to center. Follow my diagram a bit more. Let's see if it looks good in reality. Or that looks fine. All right, so what I'll do now is I'll attach this to the guitar, and I think it's time now to bend the head. All right, so I'm going to go into my side view and edit mode and wireframe, and I've already got my 3D cursor at the head nut here, and that's good because I'm going to use that as my pivot point, pivot from the 3D cursor. And I'm going to box select everything pretty much up to there. So all of that stuff, I'll try it there. I'll see, actually, I'm going to do that in vertex. So box select up to there. And we will try this. Now I'm not using any particular angle. Let me go back to global low. I'm just going to bend it a little bit. And then, of course, all the strings will have to be readjusted. So I'm going to rotate in the X. I'm going to pull it down. I don't want to go too crazy because I'm going to have some issues down here. That might be good enough. Let's have a look at that. Okay, and see what that looks fine to me. Okay, and you know, it's bent down just a little bit. You know, some guitars don't have any bend and others do, so I'm going to leave it like that. And then I'll have to go back and adjust the strings. Let me look at it on the side view and see if I can adjust that. want to see how that affects it at the level of the head. That looks okay actually, and that one looks okay too. Let's see if it was as easy as that. Well, so far so good. Edit mode, grab that point, swing it down. Did I grab the right one? And compared to this one, I think that needs to come down as well. Just to relax some of the tension, straighten it out. And is it behaving up here? No, it's not. That's always a concern, and that bothers me. So let's try and bring it up to around the same level and see what we get. Okay, I can live with that. That's the next one. I'll go ahead and bring that down. And I know I'll need to bring that down. And then I know, I guess, I'll have to bring that up. And maybe that's all there is to it. Or have I moved it? No, I haven't moved it. It may have to come up a bit more. Yeah, I'll bring it up a little bit more, but otherwise it looks like it's going okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess up to the same level as the others, typically. Okay, so going in and doing that kind of thing. Whether or not I care that these things should be laying down a little flatter, doesn't matter for my purposes. Okay, let's do this one. So was there another one? Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, I guess acceptable. Roughly at the same height. Okay. Let's try this one. Is this one already in? This one's pretty much already in, although kind of do want to make a small change if it doesn't mess things up too much, just to bring it down a bit, bring that up a bit. Let's see if that looks like it's still going through. Yeah, it does. These are sort of massive strings, aren't they? Super light strings. Does that look good, or is that messed up? Oh, there. Do some good guitar solos with that. All right. Well, strings are always messy for me, and I'm not going to pretend that I'm any good at them. And I'm not going to pretend that that's thick enough. That might be good enough. So it bends back. It doesn't bend back very much, but it does bend back. At that point, unless I wanted to do something fancy in here or some text on the guitar, that could be it for the modeling. Well, almost it. Let's go to the strings. And mesh from curve. I'm just going to settle for this mesh from curve. Mesh from curve for all of these. And that does it for that. No going back now. All right. And so I think at this point, it's just a question of deciding if any smooth shade should be used, and if there's anything I can do to fix that up. Yeah, I'm not going to mess around with any of this. I think I'm fine with it as it is. All right, and I think in the next video I'll try putting on some materials, some just some shading, and then we'll look at if any adjustments need to be made. Okay.